So how was your Thanksgiving, Anthony?
Spent a little time with the family, Opie.
Sure.
Over at Grandma's for the big, Italian Thanksgiving.
Very nice.
All the food that you could feed an army with, and I was right up there, right at the next to the head of the table. I made it all the way up. Yeah.
Congratulations.
Thank you. Felt pretty good, because my brother wasn't there this year. He was over at his in-laws. So I got to move up into the Joe seat. So there I was, like right at before the head of the table. I looked down at the little card table at the end, remembering years and years ago when I was there. And I had to work. I remember the middle of the table.
Sure.
I remember when I became a teenager and worked my way up from the card table to the real table, but way at the card table end.
Well, how many people had to die in your family to get to that space?
Oh, quite a few.
Okay.
Yes, quite a few. And then, I worked my way up, and as I was sitting there next to the head of the table, thinking there's only one more place to go, you start feeling old.
Yeah, of course
old
you do.
is what you start feeling.
Do you have any teenagers in your family?
Yeah.
So are you like the cool uncle where you go get them high and stuff in the coat room? Or,
no.
Give them a little sip or two here or there?
They're like early teens, RJ and Chris.
Oh, all right.
They're pisser. Cool kids. They idolize me. It's great.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm cursing like a banshee at the table and stuff, and they're just like, you are so cool.
You were drunk again.
Yeah.
You were drunk again, obviously.
Well, a couple of beers, though. Not as drunk as my mom.
So you're cool?
my mom was at the point, she was at the I love you, F you stage.
Really?
She gets like that every so often on holidays.
Was she snotted?
She was drinking her wine.
Oh, yeah.
Boy, sitting there at the table, all of a sudden, and then you bring up the last time we were all hanging out as a family and she was hitting the wine. And she's like, oh, scratch your ass. I wasn't saying that. I don't do that. Because we tell her, when she really gets schnockered, she'll say, she'll talk to you and it's like, oh, baby, my son, it's so good to see you again. You're like, Ma, calm down. Oh, F you, F you, F you. No, but I love you. It's so good to see you again. All right, Ma, look, I'm going to go into the kitchen. I'm going, oh, don't leave. F you, F you. And it's not F you, it's the F word.
Well, Coke will do that to you.
Oh, Jesus. You saying my mom's doing Coke, Opie?
Well, I'm just assuming at this point.
No, she's drinking some wine, having a good time with the family.
Could be acid.
And then we tell her that, last time we were all together as a family, you got that I love you, F you phase. Mm-hmm. And she's like, oh, no, I wasn't. No. Hour later, I love you, F you phase. And then she's bringing up, school, when I was in school. She goes, remember the time I got you that lovely fur coat?
Fur coat?
Fur coat. She brought this up. I forgot about it. Elementary school.
Did it go with your velour shirt that's on the FM Talk website?
Dude, I don't know what kind of...
You were like a pimp when you were 8 years old.
I wish I was as cool as a pimp when I was in that grade, but it turned out all I was an elementary school kid going to elementary school in a fur coat. My mother's like, oh, it kept you warm. I go, no, the coat didn't. The blood running from my nose over my body kept me warm because I'd be beat up. Because, faggot... Hey, Anthony, you're a faggot. Only faggots and women wear fur coats. I don't know what kind of dope she was doing. She comes home one day from the store. I'm just thinking, I want a snorkel jacket like all the other kids had in school. But no, my mother said, you ever see on the sidelines of the football games, Joe Namath wears a fur coat.
Oh, yeah.
Joe Namath wears a fur coat. Joe Namath was also a quarterback for the Jets at the time. Pretty cool job.
So he could pretty much wear whatever the hell he wanted.
Right. He's not
People are going to still hang out with him, right?
Exactly. Who's that other big black guy that has the daughter in the films, the football player? He used to crochet on the sideline. Rosie Greer.
Sure.
He would crochet on the sidelines, right?
Right.
Anybody going to crack him in the head? Hey, Rosie, you faggot.
Of course not.
If I was to crochet in 5th grade, what would happen to me?
You'd be dead.
The crochet hook would be in my rectum. Everyone knows that. You wear a fur coat, it doesn't matter. Joe Namath wears one on the sideline.
Yeah.
I was being beat up because Mom got me a fur coat. She was like ahead of the trend and like she was going to make us. We were models, fashion models. A fur coat. Give me my snorkel jacket.
By the time you were in 9th grade, were you dressing like Clyde Frazier?
Yeah. I wanted jeans. I wanted a T-shirt. I wanted sneakers, like I dress now.
So she brought up the fur coat at the Thanksgiving Day table.
Yeah.
Right.
And I totally forgot about it. But, yeah, she had gotten me a fur coat. All the little family memories come up in Thanksgiving, things you wish you'd never remember again. Another thing, like sneakers, I always wanted the, what were they, the PF Flyer high-top black sneakers. Those are the ones I want. You look like a hoodlum if you wear those. You look like a hoodlum. You want to look like one of the... And then she'd use the N-word and stuff.
Wow, she would?
You know, Italian. So, you know. But, hey, come on. She's older now. She goes to church. She goes to church now. Come on. You know, that was a long time ago. But I wanted to wear the high-top black PF Flyer sneakers. And my mother would always come back with those stupid white skippies, you know? The stupid sneakers with the rubber front and everything. Your typical Wonder Years sneakers.
Sure.
You know, and I was pissed. And pants. I wanted jeans. I wanted to go to school in jeans. She'd get me, like, dress slacks. Just your slacks and a dress shirt and a tie for the first day of school. I'm there with a briefcase. I swear to God, you would think I was closing deals for IBM the way she dressed me to go up to the 5th grade. I had a briefcase and a shirt, matching shirt and tie, which my brother had to wear the exact same thing. Are we twins? No. But she dressed us like we were.
So now everyone thought you were twins.
Right. And we had to have the same little ties and pants and shoes. One time, in her disco diva phase, she bought me platform shoes. Dude, platform shoes. Disco shoes. I had the big platform shoes. I swear I had 8-inch platform. I looked like that jerk-off in Saturday Night Fever. Tony, you gonna call me, Tony? Tony, give me a call. She's pregnant, Father. You think the Pope could get her an abortion, Father? Tony, you didn't even call me. Look, Tony, I'm dancing, Tony. I'm dancing on the bridge, Tony. I had those big dopey shoes.
That's classic.
And then one time, my sister's dogs, she had 2 little dogs, ate the shoes. Yeah, baby, that was me. My sister's dog ate the heels of the shoes, the big platform shoes. I was like, thank you. That extra can of kennel ration for you. Back to my skippies. That's why I dress like this, because for years I couldn't. I wanted jeans, sneakers, and a T-shirt my whole friggin' life. So now, I wear what I want. And then I go to Thanksgiving dressed the same way. And my mom's like, you look like a slob. Like, look, sorry, I don't have my platform disco shoes and fur coat, Mom.
So you could have got the fur coat out of the closet for you.
Yeah, I'm sure. Look like I'm coming out of the closet with that friggin' thing on. But her big excuse was, Joe Namath wore a fur coat on the sidelines, walking back and forth. You know when he was injured? A lot of times.
And he had that wacky coat.
Yeah, he was still like on the field and stuff. He walked back and forth the sidelines. He had this big fur coat.
But he could pull off that look, man. He had the blondes by his side. And
yeah, 2 people pulled off that look.
And there were stories in the paper how he's banging broads in between quarters and stuff.
Joe Namath and Fred Mertz. Remember that when he put the big coat on?
We're gonna 23's Skidoo. Hey, Ethel, let's jitterbug. I'm gonna get some broads with this coat. Come on, Rick.
Yeah, big furry bear coat. That's what I looked like.
So was your childhood idol Joe Namath in it?
Yeah, you know.
Were you wearing pantyhose like him, too?
Yeah, he did do the commercial for the pantyhose. No, thank God my mother didn't feel I should be wearing pantyhose.
All right. Let's go to Caesar. Caesar, what's going on today?
Anthony, you are a homo, man.
Ah, come on.
Listen, did Mama also buy the little foxskin scarf to match the coat?
No, there was no fox skin
Yes,
scarf.
the little mink. I bet you.
I'm admitting it was a gay coat. She put me on a fad gay coat in elementary school where, gee, people aren't judging you too much by what you look like.
Hey, buddy, I bet she tied the mittens to the sleeve of the coat, too.
No, it wasn't that drastic.
You're a faggot, man.
I had the big dopey, like, galoshes and stuff. I wanted, like, fireman boots, you know? Things with the big metal clips.
Sure. Yeah.
I get the totes galoshes. Put on your rubbers.
You were obviously poor like myself growing up.
No, she did pretty good, you know?
Well,
I mean, it was all... No, she was more like she would spend more to make me look like an ass.
Now I know why Boomer beat you up in elementary school.
Yeah, exactly.
You had your cute little fur coat on.
My fur coat. I wanted a bomber jacket, you know? Wanted regular high-top PF Flyer sneakers, jeans, just looking like a kid. But no, my mother figures she's dressing me up like I'm in GQ or something.
GQ?
Well, that's what they would. They would put stupid things like fur coats on the models and stuff. And she would see it and go, oh, that's a great look. She used to dress me up like that. She was goofing on me because she said over Thanksgiving, she said, well, when you dress yourself, you look ridiculous. What do you mean? She pulls out pictures of me with striped pants and a plaid shirt. I'm walking around like that. I'm like, so? Because that doesn't go. I'm like, I don't care if it went or not.
That's the 70s look, though. That's
groovy.
That stuff went in the 70s.
Just like Greg Brady.
Haven't you seen the Brady Bunch?
They say it's in. I remember going for back-to-school shopping and stuff. You know, you go to the department store and walk around, and you'd see stuff you want. You're like, oh, that's good, that's good. Oh, no, that's crap. That's what the lowlifes are wearing. You know, Charles Nelson Riley is wearing a scarf off to the right.
Oh,
you should wear that.
Yeah, I can't see that.
Oh.
If there's a picture with you with a Charles Nelson Riley scarf, I need to see that.
Where's my scarf? Oh. The ghost of Mrs. Muir. Charles Nelson Riley. Oh. I'll tell you one thing. If she would have bought me that coat when I was like 13, 14, I'd have banged it. Yeah, but hey, what's with the fur on this coat, Anthony? What? It's like Liberty Spikes at the punk rockers.
Okay, faggot, what's next?
Instant feedback coming in like crazy. Frank from Manhattan. O&A, this morning I took a cab to work and it drove down Fifth Avenue. All the news vans were lined up on either side of the street, and I had to laugh because all the anchors were standing on the top of the vans. Gee, I can't imagine what they were afraid of. You know, every head of every news department gave their crew some serious marching orders. If I see a goddamn wow sign on our air during the Cardinals' funeral, you better jump in the grave after him, because that's the only place you'll be safe. It was great. They don't make a move without thinking of the wow ambush. Syndication Underground, Frank.
I think I saw a wow sticker. Someone slapped it on the Cardinals casket as they were carrying it out of the cathedral.
Yikes. We haven't had wow on live TV lately. I think they're on to us a little bit. They're a little smarter.
Yeah, it's going to be a little harder to get them, but they'll let their guard down.
They always do.
Just let them rip, man.
They always do. All right, let's go back to the phones here. Garrow?
Yeah, what's up, guys?
How are you, Garrow?
Good. Just graduated from Seton Hall this morning.
Congratulations.
Yeah, we had our commencement speaker was the one and only Tom Brokenjaw.
No.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it was horrible. First 10 minutes were so-so. He started talking about a couple things, but just went on forever and ever and ever.
Did he have any sense
of humor? We were heckling him from the seats.
Did he try to joke or anything?
Yeah, he did. He tried a couple of things, but we were just like so out of it. We were so turned off to him right away.
Always good to start with a little joke.
Yeah, it was like you could see he was like yawning on the podium and stuff before he came out. We were just like, screw you, leave, bro. We want you gone.
He's the sleepiest guy ever.
Ever.
Why? Did he have something to do with the school, or they just
he got an honorary degree?
Well, they all do.
Honorary degree.
Why give it to this guy?
Tom Rosa, NBC Nightly News, here at Seton Hall. I just want to tell all the students, stick with your studies and what you're doing, and you could someday be like me. Tom Brokaw.
Tom?
Yeah.
It's a big day for you.
Yeah.
You're doing the graduation speech, but you seem really, really out of it today.
Well, I was covering the death of the Cardinal.
Oh, you were?
For many hours before the speech.
It sounds like you might have been at a frat house last night and stayed up too late doing like keg stands or something.
Well, you're on to me. I was at one of the many frat houses around Seton Hall University, and I was doing some keg stands with some of the students. Yeah. And, of course, there was some drunken co-ed we like to call free meat when they pass out. And the boys in the fraternity were kind enough to let Tom Brokaw get the first dibs on her.
Tom?
Yeah.
Besides sounding really drowsy?
Yeah.
there's writing all over your forehead and stuff.
Oh, those little sons of bitches.
What's that all about?
Well, I fell asleep after I banged the Actually, it wasn't a co-ed. It was our own Katie Couric, who was passed out getting nailed by line after line of frat brothers. Yeah. Quite the scene.
Yeah, but you're not explaining the writing on your
Yes,
your
right.
forehead.
I fell asleep, and I guess some of the little hooligans wrote on my forehead. What does it say? Give me a mirror. Wait a minute.
Yeah, you better look in the mirror, because I can't even repeat it on the air.
Yag is sigh
No.
Yags sigh smart. What does that mean?
You're reading it backwards. It says Tom is gay.
Tom is gay?
Yes, that's what it says.
No wonder I was getting funny looks at the diner when we all went for a little breakfast after the hot. You should have seen Katie Couric. Quite the sperm bank when everyone was done with her. Just line after line of students. And, of course, all of them listened to the Opie and Anthony show, because after they finished up, each and every one said, look what I did to you again. Tom Brokaw, NBC Nightly News. Partying hardy here at Seton Hall. Many bong hits last night, Opie.
Yeah?
Many bong hits. And then, of course, Katie, her butt up in the air, getting slapped with many a yam bag. Fascinating. I don't know how she was able to sit on the news program this morning.
Yeah. Well, it looks like you had a great time at Seton Hall.
Lots of fun. Seton Hall, I'd like to thank everybody, especially the whores. Tom Brokaw, NBC Nightly News. We went on a little panty raid after that, Opie.
Oh, yeah?
A little panty raid. I got my wick wet once again.
Yeah, well, you got like a wet spot in the front of your pants there.
Yeah.
I don't know what that's about, but...
I was going all night. You should have seen me at the rave later on doing some X. I was almost coherent.
You were doing some X, huh?
Tom Brokaw, NBC
Nightly News. Okay. Well, thanks, Tom. Tom?
I think he crashed out finally. What a partier.
Commencement speeches.
Tom Brokaw. An honorary degree. I hate that. They get the honorary degrees. Bill Cosby's got like 20 of them. I can't even get an honorary degree from my high school. Bunch of bastards. I heard Rick on the phone once. What? No, he just wants an honorary diploma. Just an honorary high school diploma from John Glenn.
He was talking to your old high school?
Yeah, and they're just like, no, bastards. Come on, man.
You've made something of your life.
I'm the pride of John Glenn, you mother effers. Let me in, those hallowed halls.
You're the most famous person to come out of John Glenn, I think.
I think so. You'd have been the most famous out of Harborfields if it wasn't for Mariah Carey. Mariah Carey.
There's a big difference right there, too, huh?
But John Glenn, out there in Elwood.
It's like it couldn't have been a guy that has like a small part in NYPD Blue that went to my high school. No, it's Mariah Carey.
I can't think of one person that came out of John Glenn High School.
That's
not
famous?
a one. That's even, because I don't even consider myself famous. You know, I have a bit of recognition here in New York. Great. But, I mean, the other people in John Glenn have, I've never heard of anybody that even comes that close to John Glenn. Not like a Mariah Carey, like your Harborfield, where she goes back to her school to perform.
You know, I made the call.
She gave something back, Opie. What are you doing?
I made a call to Harborfield High School. I want to go back, and they didn't want anything to do with me or you, for that matter.
Yeah, what the hell is wrong with them? I think I'm like a half a credit short because I didn't climb the rope enough in gym class, and they didn't give me my diploma. So I had to go through life with the scarlet letter of no diploma, Opie, a high school dropout.
But you are an expert.
At what?
Air conditioning.
Yeah, see? Yeah, I did. See, I went on. I don't have no good enough diploma either. What was I going to get a GED for? Let me tell you people, those are the dumbest friggin' things you ever want to get in your life. If you didn't make it through high school and get your diploma, just write it off. Who cares? You think an employer's going to go, oh, you dropped out of high school? Oh, but you got the GED. That's great. The great hard questions on a GED. How to balance a checkbook. Oh, that's that tough thing called subtraction. Whew.
The good enough diploma.
Yeah, like Chris Rock said.
Yeah.
GED, good enough diploma. Now I could go to college. Slow down.
Slow down.
Now I got my GED. Now I could go to college.
Someone is saying, didn't Boomer go to John Glenn?
No,
he didn't.
Boomer went to my elementary school, Timber Point Elementary School, but I never went to the high school over there in East Islip. I was moving around we were like friggin' nomads when I was a kid. We were all over Long Island. East Islip, Central Islip, Huntington.
Why did you move around so much, Ed?
I don't know. Papa's having a hard time keeping a house. It was a little rough. It's like, hey, Dad, what's the matter? No job again this week? Jeez. But he was a high school, he had a diploma. One week he was fixing vending machines. Next week he's like a private investigator. The week after that, I don't know what he's doing.
He owns one of the snack carts on the LIA.
I don't know what it was, but we were moving every year. Every year it was like, pack the crap up again. Here we go.
Here we go.
Get the U-Haul. And it was never long moves. It was like, all right, now we're moving from Central Islip to East Islip. Oh, good. That's good. Nice 10-minute move, but we got to pick everything up, move everything. So a year later, we're moving again, back to Huntington. I moved back to Huntington. I went to kindergarten at a school called Cuba Hill Elementary School.
I know where that is, sure.
Then, in 6th grade, after this journey around Long Island, we came back, and I was back in
kindergarten?
Cuba Hill back in kindergarten. I never went one grade up. Back into Cuba Hill Elementary School in 6th grade, and I knew everybody, but they didn't know me. I came in, and I was like, I know that guy, I know that, I know her, I know him. And they didn't know me, so I was walking up to people and just going, hey, how you doing?
Yeah.
Who are you? I was like, oh, wow, nice. You're growing boobies. Isn't that nice? But we were moving all the time. Yeah, so why can't I get my diploma? I'll go there. I'll take a class. I'll go to gym. I'll do some sit-ups. It'll be a laugh. And you slap me with my sheepskin, for God's sake.
Rick tried.
I'll go up in the field and give a little speech. I'll give the...
Was it just gym you failed?
No. Okay. Might have been a couple other things. Maybe social studies.
Social studies?
No, I don't know what it was. It was because I didn't show up to a lot of classes. They were like major league boring.
They were getting in your way.
In the way of my pot smoking.
What it is, though?
What?
The principal knew who you were.
Of course they know. I was in there every day. I had problems.
He knows exactly who you are, but they don't do that.
How come they don't do that? There's no law. There's no rule.
It's an honorary degree. It's not like you can do something with it.
Yeah, what am I going to go some job and go, hey, I'd like to apply. Here's my diploma. Any other job I had, I used my school that I went to out in California. I would just write it down. It's like high school. Okay, Dana Hills High School out in California. What are they, on the phone? Hello, Dana Hills? I need confirmation that Anthony actually went there.
I got a college degree, and they never asked me.
Has one person ever asked you for your degree or diploma or anything?
No.
For a job?
They never asked for the high school diploma or the college diploma.
Especially like a dopey-ass job like this.
I had
what do you need any kind of education
I had regular jobs and stuff.
Yeah.
Throughout my radio career, they never asked. And some of the jobs, I was a computer programmer for a while.
See?
They never asked me about my college education.
Never asked you.
They just assumed because I was applying for the job.
I went into the wonderful world of air conditioning installation, and no one asked me for a diploma. You're bringing your diploma. But goddamn it, John Glenn, what's your problem? Stupid school. The astronaut wouldn't even go there. They tried to get John Glenn, the astronaut, to say hi to the people, named the school after him, and even John Glenn said no. John Glenn wouldn't go there. They try every year to get that son of a bitch over there. He flew into space. He won't go to Elwood.
They should change the name of the school then.
They should.
John Glenn's dissing the people over there.
School. It totally dissed them. I'll travel like a few million miles, but I won't go to John Glenn High School. Stupid.
Okay, faggot, what's next?
On the show, there was a segment on this job consultant who wrote this book suggesting that if you're in a career that you're not happy with, you should stay there. Kind of ridiculous advice. because you will take a big cut in pay and you will lose the time you have in. So I figured I'd call up.
But what about the people that just want to better themselves and you take the...
No, apparently...
You take the hit knowing that in the long run you're going to be making more money.
No, apparently you're losing. You will cut your pay and you will lose the time you have in. It's kind of a ridiculous thing.
Well, you got to take the chance.
Well, that's just it. This guy is against taking chances, I guess. So people were calling up and telling their stories of how they changed jobs and did very well. So I figured I'd call up as Tony, and I called up to say that yes, I went from construction into a better job.
All right,
and I was all nervous calling up because it's a radio show, you know.
And I heard you got them pretty good because they didn't know it was you.
Well, they didn't know it was me. That's why I called. I thought it was kind of.
All right, let's take a listen to this. All right.
There's a great value in not having a regret at the end of your life that you didn't take a chance at something because you were scared or because other people talked you out of it or because you were just too much of a pussy.
Right.
Because no one has ever achieved anything of any significance by being a pussy.
That's true.
Right?
Yeah, I guess. Don't look at me when you say that.
That's what I am saying, pussy. 212-757-1027. Hi, Tony.
Hey, how you doing?
Hey.
So I was in construction for about 15 years, and I changed my career, and I couldn't be happier. I got to tell you.
What do you do now?
I'm in radio.
As a matter of fact, I'm doing my show right now.
Wait, calling into a show
I
does not...
I come on right after you.
Wow, wait a second. This is Anthony.
Hey, Anthony!
Oh, what's up?
They're ready to goof on me.
What?
They're ready to goof on me.
I know.
Hey, doing my show right now from the phone. Like, come on after you. I was trying to disguise my voice a little. I'm so scared that they're going to know who I am. So I'm like, yeah, how about that? Yeah, job thing. Yeah. And kind of try to change my voice a little bit.
All right, let's listen to the rest of this.
I was in construction. I was effing miserable.
Right.
Anthony!
And,
Wow.
Anthony, I love you.
She's quick on that. She finally realized.
It's like, wait a minute. It's Anthony.
I forgot that about Anthony. And you know what?
I wasn't going to change careers. I was going to keep crawling around in ceilings and ductwork.
Yeah, but the way Opie tells the story, he rescued you.
Yeah, that was pretty much it.
Yeah.
I rescued him from a lousy show, though.
Oh, look at you. Look at you. Yeah, I forgot you used to knock 10, dude.
Yeah. Did anyone tell you not to leave the job?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. No, don't go, please. We need you here.
You are a master tin knocker. You are the Zen of tin knockers.
Zen of 10.
You don't want to leave now, Anthony. We got the big Horowitz job coming up next month. You know, that's going to be a big score.
Yeah, that was always fun.
Yeah.
So you gotta ball sometimes and just leave.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah. I mean, I'm ready to now. I'm miserable now.
Your new job, your current job?
Yeah, I'm going back to tin knocking.
Yeah. You know, my dad did this.
I'll see you in a little.
Take it easy, man.
Wait, Anthony, give me your home number because I have some duct work that needs to be done in my house.
No problem. I'll give you an estimate.
I was pulling in the garage. My phone was crapping out.
That's pretty funny, man.
Yeah.
I remember those days. Where I'm like, you were ready to go, but I had to kind of talk you into it because, I was doing the show by myself for many years.
Yeah.
I think most people know the story by now. And Ann came on my show and just, I mean, without a doubt, kicked ass right from the beginning. I'm not going to even whatever. And so we got a job together, the famous job up there in Boston. And we had to scrape enough money for Anthony so he could go up there to Boston.
Yeah.
Remember, you called me like, dude, I'm gonna need like $2,000 more, or I can't. I can't take this job. I'm gonna have to stay with this tin knocking thing.
I kind of need the minimum I could make is what I'm making now. And I went up to Boston for less than I was making doing sheet metal work.
Yeah.
So you're not really gonna get into the lucrative radio business very easily.
But you took the chance and. Look at that.
Yeah, how about that? What hell that was.
And I remember I had to talk you into it. We went to the IHOP for the big powwow.
Yeah, it was kind of, well, you know what it is? I have the old person on the plane syndrome.
Yeah.
It was like you just got to move your ass.
Because I'm like an old salt where I did the regular radio career where you go from town to town to town to town, city to city, and
after the schooling,
you just get used to going to a new city every 2 or 3 years. So when I had the opportunity to go from Long Island to Boston, it was a no-brainer. I've lived in worse places, but I wanted to bring in and we want to start this whole new show and this whole new idea. So we go to the IHOP. Across the street from the Walt Whitman Mall up there.
Yes.
That IHOP is a very famous place. That's where I had to talk Anthony into coming.
Well, it didn't take much convincing, believe me.
But remember us talking in the IHOP and it sounded like...
Oh, it sounded all gay.
It sounded really gay.
It sounded all gay. That's right. Oh, we're sitting there talking about going up to Boston for the job. And Oaf is saying it's stuff like, I think we're going to do great together. Right. And I'm looking around like, I hope no one's listening into this conversation. Yeah. And we were having some kind of there was a problem at the time with the guy that was doing the morning show because he wanted me to be on his show.
Right.
And so some parts of the conversation were like, I don't think you'd be right with Bob. Right. I think, me and you have the chemistry and I know we're going to do something. We're going to go places. Right. I don't think you and Bob have the right... And I'm sitting there going, you're going to think I'm a homo.
That you have to leave your current boyfriend for your new...
Yeah, that's what it sounded like.
It was really
and so I real loudly every so often I'm going, yeah, well, doing radio with Bob isn't even an option. But doing radio with you, because there'll probably be a lot of chicks.
Right. Can't wait to do that first show and get the naked women in the studio.
Yes.
I did say women.
Randy's on. Randy played a little part in this, too. Randy.
Yo.
What's up, man?
How you doing?
What's up?
No, I just wanted to say, tell Opie how blue collar your thinking was back then.
Oh, yeah.
Opie, he was so excited because the company was paying for the move.
Yep.
We're lugging boxes down to the U-Haul, and Anthony's telling me, this is great. I don't even have to pay for the U-Haul. I go, what are you talking about? Because the company's paying for it. For a box down, I look at him, I go, the company's paying for this move, and we're lugging boxes?
Right, yeah. I could have hired a moving company that would have come, packed it, and moved the whole thing. But my thinking was, I can't believe they're paying for this. But I had it ingrained in my head that when you move, you get the U-Haul, you get your friends, and you move.
Sure. This was the first time you moved where the company was paying for it, but your friends still helped you move.
I didn't know to call a moving company, and they would come and do everything. So it's like, yeah, I'm really doing great, man. They're paying for the whole thing. Okay, get the U-Haul. Hey, Randy, hold these boxes.
Did you at least get Randy some beer or something?
We were drinking the whole time. It was hysterical. We'd bring one thing down and then sit in the truck, finish whole beer, back upstairs.
Then we'd talk about stuff, and when we'd be sitting down, then the girls would drive by and see us sitting down. That was just great.
So we'd have to put the beers down and run back upstairs and grab something. Ooh, working hard. All right, Rand.
All right, that's the story I wanted to relate.
Thank you, Randy.
I'll see you guys.
Take it easy.
Very good.
I'm happy they were paying for it.
Wait. No.
What?
Let's back the truck up, though.
What?
They were paying for one U-Haul truck for you and I. That's how cheap they were. And you showed up in my my groovy bachelor pad there in Northport, and you had no room left for my stuff.
Let me tell you something. I'm ready to smack you. You know I'm ready to smack you in the head. That is absolutely not it. Yeah. They would have paid for both of us.
Then why didn't I get my own truck?
Because you said, dude, I only have 2 things. So it's really useless to get 2 trucks. I remember this. I have nothing. Just save a little corner on the back of the truck and I'll get... All right, no problem. I load up my house and I'm really strategically packing this to leave room at the back of the truck. There was a good probably 4 feet. 4 feet, the whole 4 feet of the back of the truck.
4 feet out of how many feet in that truck?
It was just like a 12-inch U-Haul.
It was like an 18-foot truck,
It was like an 18-footer.
All right.
No, not even. I think it was a 15.
15?
Yeah, a 15.
It was less than 4 feet, my friend.
I left you 4 feet.
My friend.
I know it.
My friend.
But the way, you know something, the way you were talking about your furniture, how you're just going to leave everything because it's a piece of crap. I have a couple of things. You were like, just leave the passenger seat for my stuff. I left as much room as I could, pull up to the house. It's like, what is this?
You open up the back of that truck, and I'm like, oh, no. There's no room.
You should have gotten the other truck.
So what did we proceed to do?
Started breaking stuff.
We broke all my stuff.
Broke all the stuff that wouldn't fit.
I'm like, whatever.
It was fun just standing in front of the house smashing stuff.
Right.
Wham.
No joke. I mean, broke the TV stand, the coffee table.
Yeah.
Left the mattress behind. The guy who took my apartment is still sleeping in a mattress.
You could have afforded it once we went up there. You were making a lot more than I was.
I was not. Don't even start that.
Hey, you were making a lot more than me.
Not
That's
a lot
okay.
more. I made a little more, and then
okay.
and then we made sure that we both got the same amount of money.
As I'm in the project.
You're such a dick.
Yeah.
You are such a dick.
I was in
listen, my
Framingham with my little friggin' Belgium. I don't know where the hell I was.
Listen, freak.
Hey, freak.
Listen, freak.
Yeah,
I didn't get a raise to go to Boston because I want to get you aboard.
I'm convinced.